Hello, Zemalf here and welcome back to Dark Souls. This video is done with post-commentary. I recorded footage earlier and I'm doing the commentary now, watching how I played. I planned to only farm the bone towers in the Tomb of Giants for the White Titanite Chunks, but I ended up doing some other things as well, upgrading my weapons, talking to Reah back in Undead Parish, so that's all in this video. Here's my first run. I first looked around a bit because I wasn't sure how can I get down to the pit, and that's not the way, because that's where the big skeleton dog was. And I already forgot this fast that this was actually the ladder down to the bonfire. That I quickly then realized that I should go the other way. I'm showing here this first run and actually my second run as well to show how I figured out good route to farm these and how to do it, and then I'll show once how I did it. How I repeated that run many times. For example, here I used my claymore and took quite a bit of damage from these bone towers, and then I figured out that I can just use my Great Lightning Spear miracle to one-shot these towers, and with the automatic lock I don't even need to see them myself, but just throw the lightning into the darkness. And because I was trying to get the White Titanite Chunks to drop, I was using the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring, and there just made sure that it's on. The drop is relatively rare, but with the ring and some humanity I have free there, the item discovery rate is good enough, and I had some runs with 3 or 4 drops, several runs with 0 drops, but all in all I think I only used maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes in total to get 15 White Titanite Chunks. So here in this first run I ran around the area trying to figure out where these bone towers were, and I think I didn't even get them all here. I think there's 7 in total here in this pit where patches pushed me, and where I found Reah earlier. So yeah, I got quite lucky with this first run. I think I got in total 3 chunks from just 6 of these bone towers, and when I was doing the quicker runs after I figured out how to run through this area, I had several runs with 0, and I think this was probably my best run as far as drops go. But I checked around the area once more because I wasn't exactly sure if I got them all, and then for a moment I forgot that I attuned the homeward spell that I can use to return to the bonfire. Very handy spell when doing any kind of farming. So quickly returning to the bonfire and doing another run. Yes, this is my second run, no cuts in between. So now I know where to run and how to do it. I know that the Great Lightning Spear can one-shot those bone towers, so I'll be able to do it very fast. But here I didn't sprint yet because I didn't want to fall off the cliff, and I think the only real danger in this farming run is accidentally running from this ladder instead of climbing down. And apart from that, it's quite easy. But here I still use the claymore for some reason. I thought I need a shield when I come down here, but later on I figured out that I can just blast them away with the Great Lightning Spear without worrying about blocking, because they don't have the time to do anything before I throw it. The Great Lightning Spear shows 300 damage there, so I assume that's the amount of damage you need to do. My character at the moment has 39 faith, and the canvas talisman that the cleric starts with at level 50. So at least the great lightning spear is good enough to one-shot this. The normal lightning spear might be as well, or some pyromancy spell. Still on this second run, looking around and trying to figure out where the bone towers were, and then after this I repeated the run maybe 6, 7, 8 times. I don't remember exactly, but I'll show here one of the runs later on where I kind of perfected that farming run. It only takes I think it doesn't even take a minute to do this, and on average you get at least 1 if not 2 White Titanite Chunks with the covetous gold serpent ring. So here you can see that I immediately throw a great lightning spear when I come out, and I take a step forward so that the automatic lock gets that third bone tower without me doing anything. And then through this area you can sprint through, coming into this area around the corner, just locking into the bone towers on the left. And again with automatic lock getting the other one without even seeing it. One could do this even without the skull lantern, but it helps a lot, especially when you don't actually need to block anything here, because those guys don't have the time to do. If I wouldn't have a spell that could one-shot them, of course this would take a lot more time. I think in total that took about 1 minute 15 seconds there. So I had 14 chunks there. I did a couple of more runs and got 1 more chunk, and then I decided now it's time to go upgrade my weapons. What I didn't remember yet was that I actually need the Large Divine Ember to upgrade my divine weapons past +5. I wondered here for a while that can I actually teleport back to this bonfire, but I took my chances and teleported away. I figured if nothing else I will just run my way down from the catacombs. I think I might have edited out there when I went to talk to Andre and found out that I actually can't upgrade my divine weapons past +5 without the Large Divine Ember, so that'll come later. But even that I haven't played up to this point myself, I knew that Reah, the lady in the catacombs I saw in the pit and earlier in Firing Shrine, I knew that she would return here to this church after I rescued her from the Tomb of Giants, the pit, by dealing with the hollowed escorts she had. So I went to talk to her and see.
Hello. I will never forget what you did. I am deeply indebted, for it was not within my power to save Vince or Nico. I cannot thank you enough. In case you have not heard, I am Rhea of Thorolund. I only wish there was some way I could help you. But I am inexperienced and I only know the art of miracles. If that could be of any help, speak to me again.
I will speak to you and I will buy your miracles.
Would a miracle be of any help to you? I would be most pleased if that were so. May we discuss miracles then?
So, one could also join the Covenant through her, but I was here only to buy the miracles, mainly the Wrath of the Gods. But I bought all spells from her since I had the souls, and I actually wanted to spend the souls here because I knew I would go look for the Great Divine Ember and expected to die. Wrath of the Gods is a spell I plan to use quite a bit. As I go on, that's kind of the main damage spell for a fate build, I think. And I also bought additional copies of some spells, Force, Heal, and I think also the Great Heal Excerpt. Even if I don't plan to attune and set 2 of those spells at the same time, I bought them since they were so cheap, and I wanted to spend the souls. She was also selling 1 Divine Blessing, so I bought that before leaving. Quite interestingly,
Vince and Nico were fooled by a lout named Hatches and turned into hollows. My prayers did them no good. It is my ignorance, my frailty that has sealed their fates. Perhaps Petrus realized my weakness all along, and thus made the decision to abandon me. I can hardly blame him now. Then be safe. Farewell, Reah Nox.
Reah Nox. Yes, quite interestingly, her name is spelled differently, based on the region the game is from. It's spelled R-E-A-H in the European, and then I think it's R-H-E-A in the other editions. But I guess it's still pronounced the same way as Reah, no matter how you do it. So I checked that I can actually warp back to the Tomb of Giants, and since I expected to die when I go look for the large Divine Ember, I leveled up to level 54, putting 1 point to Faith and then rest to Endurance. So Faith at 40 and Endurance at 20 at the moment. And then with the souls spent, I warped back and went to look for the Ember. Even that I haven't played this area myself, I had a rough idea where it was. So I ran straight in there where I thought it was. And the area where the Ember is, it's quite a tough one. There are, I think, 5 or 6 of those huge skeletons down here. And getting a huge arrow in the back there while I was thinking that is this the spot. And when I saw that shiny there, I was quite sure that I found the right area. I tried to turn the camera here, but because of the ceiling there, I couldn't move the camera as much as I wanted, and I couldn't really see down there. So all I could do was to go down and hope for the best. I saw some of those giant skeletons there below, but wasn't quite sure how many there would be. And immediately saw 2 pairs of eyes there, missed my hit, used all my stamina to roll, and didn't have any for block, and then more of them joined the fun. And that's why I spent all my souls before coming in here, because I was quite sure that might happen. returned back to the Undead Parish because this was the last bonfire I rested at. I actually thought that when you warp to a bonfire that also counts as resting at that bonfire, but apparently it didn't, so I rested here. And to deal with those skeletons, I attuned Wrath of the Gods to my spells, and then I thought that maybe I could just tank through it using the Iron Flesh, which gives a huge boost to defense. So my plan was to go in with the Iron Flesh and just blast all the skeletons away with the Wrath of the Gods. This was also the first time I was using the Wrath of the Gods spell, so I was quite interested in seeing how it actually works. I only knew that it creates great deal of damage, especially with the high faith I have, but I didn't know exactly how it worked. I spent a while here looking down and seeing what those skeletons do, and I also tried to hit them with the lightning spear. I'm not sure exactly why I couldn't hit them. They might have been dodging my hits or something, and there were a couple of occasions here where I almost fell because the camera was turning so rapidly, and I moved. But since the lightning spears didn't seem to work, I eventually went down there, but I tried here a couple of times. It looked like they were actually trying to climb the ladder, but since they are so big, they couldn't. But I hit a couple of them when they took a step back, but when they were right there below me, for some reason I couldn't hit them. And there were so many down there that I knew that I couldn't get them all anyway with the Great Lightning Spear, no matter what. I wasn't too worried about my souls. It was only 5,000, so I was just focusing on killing them. Still tried, but just couldn't hit them. Hit them when they were close by. And here I remembered that Iron Flesh is a pyromancy, not a miracle. So wondered there for a while why I couldn't cast it, but then remembered that, oh yes, it was a pyromancy. So with Iron Flesh on, going down there and just blasting all the skeletons away as they came to me. I nearly died, but the Iron Flesh saved me, and the Wrath of the Gods did excellent damage one-shotting the big skeletons. I wanted to put the skull lantern back on, which meant that my Iron Flesh was out. I was looking around. I saw some skeletons there on the other end. Can see their legs there in that shiny, but I wasn't sure when they would aggro on me. And sure enough, there they were, and I took the Wrath of the Gods and blasted them away. The other one wasn't in the range, so I had to do some good old-fashioned Divine Claymore action. Not too difficult when when they were not all piled on me, but without the Wrath of the Gods, even with Iron Flesh, I would have been in trouble. And here, this petrified blacksmith was holding the Large Divine Ember that I came to look for. And I thanked the blacksmith for it. Then I went back to the bonfire, warped into the Undead Parish and went to talk to Andre and to upgrade at least my claymore. I was thinking about upgrading my halberd and the scythe as well, but decided not to, at least not yet. I will turn some weapons to occult weapons, which also scale with faith, and they are good against living enemies like knights, for example, while divine weapons are good against skeletons. Left a message here for the bonfire to help anyone coming down here. I was thinking about that earlier, but forgot it. Right, so warping back to the bonfire. Was checking here the Large Divine Ember. So with this one can ascend divine weapons to +6 and beyond. A Dark Ember is needed for the occult weapons. And with the White Titanite Chunks I farmed earlier, I was ready to upgrade my weapon, the claymore, all the way up to +9. I don't yet have a White Titanite slab, so I can't get the +10. But I should find one in the Tomb of Giants when I go back there in the next video to explore and deal with the rest of the area.
Oh my, what a brilliant ember you have there. I've only heard legends of such specimens. The embers used for the secret rites of divine blacksmiths. Perhaps you could lend it to me. I've long dreamed of forging divine weapons.
Of course, Andre. Here you go.
Splendid. Splendid. Thank you. Rhea of Thorolund never disappoints. I assure you.
Right, so now with the Large Divine Ember on Andre's use, I can take the divine weapons past +5. I also upgraded there the crossbow to be divine, and here I was thinking for a moment what weapon I would take up at this point, and I decided to go with the claymore. I kinda like the moveset of the claymore. And I will probably turn halberd or the scythe into occult, and then the other one to a divine +10. Not decided yet on how I will go. The claymore and the halberd will be my main weapons anyway, so might go for occult halberd, and then use that against the living enemies, and the claymore otherwise. With the +9, the claymore will get quite powerful, and the fate scaling will be a B class already. And I don't have the White Titanite slab, so can't go for +10. I thought also about taking the short bow to the higher level. I will probably do that at some point. Maybe between this and the next video I will farm some more chunks and upgrade some other weapons as well to this higher level, because that place is so good for farming the White Titanite Chunks that I showed at the beginning of the video. While talking to Andre quickly, repairing the gear as well.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
So now with Divine Claymore +9, the attack power is 499 versus the 419 of the Divine Halberd +5. I think power-wise the Halberd is more powerful if it was on the same level, but there was quite a significant increase from the +5 to from the +5 to the +9. And in the upcoming videos I'll be able to test just how much damage the Claymore will do now. But I thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And next video I will continue with the live commentary, and I'll see you then. Take care. Bye bye.